Hi everyone, it's John. Welcome back to my channel. It's November 5th, 2021, and I wanted to share with you a little Friday reads this Friday and tell you about the books that I recently finished last weekend and the three that I'm currently reading. So first, the one that I've already finished. I started it in October just to read something that was might lend itself maybe to the changing of the seasons a little bit. And this is the one I chose. It certainly has a sort of atmospheric painting on the cover. Um, it's Uncle Silas by Sheridan Le Fanu, the Irish horror gothic writer. This was interesting. Like I've said on other videos, I will review each of these separately, give them a long form discussion. I just sort of want to give a very, very general impression about what I thought about this. Um, is interesting for the ambiance, the literary ambiance, the images that it builds in your mind. I don't know about it being a 450-page novel, though. Not quite sure if it deserves all that space. Um, a great exemplar of what a literary form in the 1860s and 1870s that was very popular, called the sensational novel or the sensationalist novel, uh, which I will describe in my review. But an interesting book. Never read Le Fanu before. Next up is a book I just started a couple of days ago because I was kind of excited to get it going. This is something that I bought from either, I think, a book outlet or Hamilton Books several months ago, and it is the really really sort of canonical book on on the English Revolution. It's Christopher Hill's The World Turned Upside Down. Radical ideas, radical ideas during the English Revolution. It is, when you think of popular books about the English Revolution, this is always very much in the top tier. Um, and having read about 70 pages of it, it's a superb book. Again, full form review to come when I finished it. This book is a little harder to maybe define, but was also very curious to start it. This is a book by Masha Gessen called The Future is History, How Totalitarianism Reclaimed Russia. I've seen Masha Gessen several times on television and have read them in print, and they consistently seem, their pronouns are they, them, by the way, as far as I know. They consistently seem um, smart and sort of highly, you know, um, interesting and knowledgeable on the subject. Gessen was born in Russia, and I think when they were a young adult came to the United States, but has always been a lifelong critic of Putin and his government. So I'm only about 110 pages through this. What Gessen is doing for the first quarter of the book is telling about a set of lives of about half a dozen people in the 1980s. So that would be the decade leading up to the dissolution of the USSR. What life was like, what the Communist Party was like, what people's relationship with the Communist Party was like, what jobs they had, their day-to-day activities, And I'm interested in seeing where the book is exactly going to go from there. Um, Needless to say, it being the 1980s, I think Putin was still just a KGB officer back then, so he wasn't terribly important. But I'm 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 wondering if he will make sort of a cameo appearance later in the book, or maybe more of a cameo if he'll become a major character. And last, but certainly not least, and something I need to go off right now and go read, because we're having a discussion later this evening on it. This is uh, a continuing project, Hayden White's Tropics of Discourse, Essays in Cultural Criticism. And my friends, Daniel and Davud, are going to uh, uh, talk about, with me, essay number 9 tonight. And essay number 9 is The Tropics of History, the Deep Structure of the New Science. That's referring to Vico's Nuova Scienza, the sort of grand opus that he wrote. So that will be fascinating. But it's 20 pages or so of rather dense text, so I need to go read that right now. And and go get that done so the conversation's interesting. And needless to say, as always, when we have that conversation, I will post it to my channel. Davud posts it to his as well. So leave comments for us, questions, and we'll get back to you. I hope to see you next week.